All right, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I have never played this game before until recently, even though I did buy it for the PS4 and I did a first impressions video on it in December of 2021 before my channel was monetized, before I was doing this full time. I probably only had like 600 followers at the time, 700 followers. So I did at least try it back then. And it was really good. We were moving and it got lost in the shuffle. Flash forward to uh, the secret reveal of like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which took everybody by surprise and got me going, hey, wait a second, I actually own this game and I've never played it. Now would be the perfect time to start working my way through. And so I'm a few sessions in now. I think we're maybe 4 sessions in, something like that. And so we're like 10 hours ish in. And I just got to the point in the main storyline where I've been given my own horse and I am doing some investigations and stuff. So it's starting to branch out, and I decided to put together my early thoughts video because holy crap, this is an amazing game. Um, there are things I don't like about it, like I'm not a fan of like the way the horse controls. Like, just give me Red Dead Redemption 2 every time you try to put a horse in the game. If you can't give me that, I'm not a big fan of like this feels a little clunky. And the combat takes a lot of getting used to. I'm still not very good at it. Um, I feel like I'm getting better at the sword play. The ranged, I have no clue. I still haven't got that down because there's no, you have no target reticle, and the bow, bow waves when you're moving. Excuse me, frog in my throat. So it's like, I'm still learning the playing process, learning all those button presses and all the controls and everything else, and it's a lot different than anything I've ever played. But I think what's really impressive about this game is that honestly it feels like the first time since maybe Morrowind where I've played a game where like everything has an associated skill, like everything is skill related. Like my houndsmanship to like have a pet dog following around, and like horsemanship, and you have like an overarching combat, it's called war something, like that governs all of your war abilities, and then you have like all of your sword stuff and your archery stuff and your thieving stuff, and that's the thing, like this truly feels like an open-ended game. And there are lots of different ways to do things, but the one thing, and someone made a comment about this, and they left it on the video, and I was like, that's a brilliant comment, which says they've never felt more like a peasant than they did while playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. And I have to say that they nailed what that feels like. You're literally the blacksmith's apprentice. You know nothing. You're literally an ant underneath the boot heel of the nobility in um, this medieval time that you live in with this character Henry. And your journey, like my journey so far, just in the first 10 hours of the game, has been holy crap, this is amazing. But also, like, I've progressively felt like I've gotten, stronger. I'm getting more gear. I went from being just a peasant to now I have a sword. I have some basic armor. I have a horse. I've learned some basic skills. I've also been taught how to pickpocket if I need to along the way, and places I can sell stolen goods if I wanted to. But I've chosen to make my character sort of um, the idea is that I will be a charismatic talking speech person who also gets good at archery if I can, and have like the Robin Hood figure, even though I'm not necessarily robbing, because part of this is you becoming this, not necessarily nobility, but you becoming I think it's like a knight's journey of getting into the service of your lord and going from there. And it's been truly a breathtaking adventure. And I know this game was launched to, I remember when it launched, it had a lot of bugs. I remember people complaining about the bugs when it launched. Did not play it when it came out. I think it was in the middle of the development on the Saga of Lucima MMORPG at that point. I remember looking at this game as like sort of a case study of really cool medieval game, but I never actually got a chance to dig my teeth into it. Now that I've played it, the thing that's super impressive is that the team, it went from a team of 11 to now with the second game over the past 6 years, they've built this up to a team of 250, I believe. And it's really impressive to see a company be able to have a success like that. And when you start playing this game, you start to realize why they had that success, because it really does feel like an immersive medieval life sim without like, because if you played I think it's called Medieval Dynasty, is like the other side of the equation, where it's the crafting sim where you're building up your villages, right? And there's that aspect of this doesn't necessarily have that, but it does have the survival elements. So it's like you have to eat and drink. You can get food poisoning. You can die from not eating and drinking. All that's there. Um, Wounds are a thing. Life is difficult. And the game itself is super immersive though, because like having to figure out how do I get food as a peasant. Like I don't have money. Like so you're scrounging and then you're slowly eking your way up, and it's really really impressive the way it's done. It's like as soon as you get an opportunity to become what is this Radagast? Radagast is his name, the Lord that you follow in the beginning of the game. As soon as you get a chance to like enter his service, everything changed night and day for me. Like I went from like scrounging on the streets for scraps to try to survive to suddenly being, you know, this guy's servant. So now I have access to weapons. I have access to horses. I have access to all the things. The horse, the big thing. We were talking about this on the stream this morning. Like the horse it's an investment. I mean, it's like a work truck for people who work in construction. I mean, you're going to spend 50 grand on a used work pickup truck these days. You want to go new, you're going to be 75,000. Budget in 25, 30,000 if it's got 150,000 miles on it. But it's a diesel, it'll go to 300K. Um, and horses were a big investment, so the people who are giving you a horse need to trust that you're going to be able to pay that investment back. And then weapons and armor and the food that they give you and everything else. I mean, it's a serious endeavor. So, the game is capturing the perfect essence of like becoming not necessarily a hero, but becoming a greater, more important piece within that chess game. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand. And experiencing what life was like in the Middle Ages and medieval times. And it's beautifully done. The world building is absolutely amazing. The music is absolutely amazing. The mocap is amazing. The writing is pretty solid. Like if I had to give this game a rating right now, my early thoughts, it would be like an 8 out of 10. The reason I dock it points is because the combat is, for me, so overwhelmingly challenging. In terms of, like I said, there's no like shooting the bow. I don't think I've ever struggle bust that hard trying to figure something out before, because there's no way to aim it. And there's always the waving. So it's like, well, do I get better at that as I do archery? Is like my stamina get better and I stop waving as much, and that's how I get better at archery? Okay, is that how that works? Because you definitely have a skill ranking. And then there's the sword play, which is really cool when you think about the way they do it, because you have all these directional attacks. So you're figuring out how to, what direction you're going to attack from, but there's also blocking and moving and constantly need to be in motion. And then there's like grappling, which I haven't really learned yet. And they said something about master attacks the other day. My trainer did. So it's like I'm still learning all of that. I'm not very good at it, but apparently if you train every single day with Captain Bernard, I think is his name, everybody has told me in comments in the live streams that the sword play gets easier the better you get. The lock picking in this game is one of the most ridiculously complex things I've ever done on a controller before, and people have told me that also gets easier as you get better skill ups. But I'm like, do I want to put the time into doing that? Because the thing in this game is that if you're going to become the noble, like you can choose to become this noble knight individual, or you can choose to become like the back alley thief who's a squire, but you're also doing sketchy shit at night. Like you really do have the choice of where you want to go with this. So early thoughts are that I'll probably be playing this for the summer. This is not going to be a main game, but it's definitely going to be in the background, and I'm going to be cycling through it, kind of like I did with Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which took me about 6 months to beat. They don't have a release date yet, so I don't feel pressured to beat this immediately. So I feel like this is something where I can come in a couple of times a week and just sort of, ease through it. So if you like that kind of stuff and you haven't already caught the episodes, Make sure to check the links, follow below. Don't forget to follow along the live streams here and on Twitch. I've been streaming this one exclusively on Twitch in the mornings and then porting those to YouTube as Let's Play episodes in the evening. So if you want to catch me live, it'll be early morning, 5, 6 a.m. And if you're going to be watching this on YouTube, it'll be late afternoons when these episodes air. So hopefully we'll see you during the live stream. In the meantime, I got to get ready and sharpen my sword, polish my armor, because there's more Kingdom Come Deliverance ahead, everybody. Thanks for following along. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you played this game? Do you like this game? What do you think about the playthrough so far? I look forward to hearing your thoughts and your comments. Stay safe, everybody. Happy gaming.